What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. Got to start it off with the old 90s NBA on NBC theme song, guys. Got to get the vibes flowing. We're about to see some real defense here. We got a total of 204, but it's NBA Talk with Jay, guys. You guys know what's up. We have our guys here with us today, Marco D'Angelo and Teddy Covers. Marco, what's up with you, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Hey, yeah, Jay, just back from vacation a couple of weeks ago and ready to rock and roll. NBA's been good and ready to do it. Big game tonight in Miami.
What you think? What's up, Teddy?
Hey, Jay, how are you, man? I'm not. What's your NBA hot shot? I'm 51-23 in the NBA. I feel like I'm running real good. You're hotter than I am, dude. You've been insane this postseason. Well done. I can't complain when I go 51-23 in the NBA. But you're crushing it, Jay. Well done. Congrats on a monster postseason, buddy.
Appreciate you, Teddy. Yeah, coming off 2 straight losses, man. So I'm pissed off. 37. It was like 37-8 at one point. It's 37-10, man. But it's all good. Can't complain. Some few nice size plays in there. So we're doing well, Teddy. But let's keep it going today, man. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. No matter what's happened before. We're trying to look towards the future and get some cash today, guys. It is the Eastern Conference Finals, guys. We're going to the streets of Miami here. We have the Heat here laying 1.5. Is that a total of 204, 234, man? Oh, are we going back to early 2000s? I can't believe it. We know this is mainly because of that Heat defense, stifling type of defense here, Marco. We know the Celtics coming off the game 7, basically 2 game 7s, right? They were down 3-2, so they had to win game 6, win or go home, and the game 7. Only one day in between. We don't usually see one day off after that, but that's what you get here at the Celtics. Not much rest, not much time to prepare for this Heat team. Marco, how you looking at this game, my brother?
Well, I think that's the key to the handicap in this game, Jay, is because of that game 7. It was a good game for Boston. They turned up the defense in their last 2 games against Milwaukee, holding the Bucks to 95 and 81 in the last 2 games. So obviously that's why we're seeing such a low total here. But let's be honest about it. I think the public perception of this series obviously is they're looking at the Boston Celtics. Why? Because the public thinks that they had the tougher road because they had to go through the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks. But this Milwaukee team, as good as they are and were, I don't think they're the same team when they don't have Chris Middleton on the floor. And that was the benefit that Boston had during this series, is down the stretch they were without him. Giannis is always going to get his points. You're not going to stop him. But it made it so much tougher for the rest of the guys on the floor to get theirs. And I think that was the key in that series. Flip side, you look at Miami, and people are going to give them, they advanced, but they faced the Sixers, who was without Embiid for 2 of the games to start the series, put Philadelphia in a hole, and Miami was able to benefit from that. All of that's true, but if you look at what this Miami team did, the whole body of work all season long, I think they were the most consistent team in the East, even though, they finished, with the record, right behind there. They weren't the top team in the league. They were consistent throughout. You didn't have those losing streaks with them. I like them here tonight. And as I told you before we came on air, I got a little NBA angle. It's a league-wide angle. Simply said, home teams with 3 days rest or more, when involving 2 good teams, and by good teams, I'm saying 60% win percentage on the season or better. This angle blindly in the NBA, 141 and 87 against the spread the last 228. I'm going to go ahead and look at Miami in game 1.
Teddy, you gonna play devil's advocate, or do you like to play?
Oh yeah, from a side standpoint, the only way I would look tonight is Miami, and it's the situation for Boston. And I understand Game 7 was not a nail biter, but coming off a 7-game series, hitting the highway without the extra day. It's a difference between Dallas, I should say, and Boston, is that Boston's got to play today. Dallas has the extra day of rest for tomorrow. But closing out a 7-game series, going on the highway and facing a team that's rested and ready for you, it's a situation that if I'm playing the side, the only way I would look is Miami. But I want to talk about the total. All right, here. You talked about 204. Look, this series by like game 6, game 7, you know, we might be back to NBA in the 90s where the winner gets to 90 and that's enough because we would expect the adjustments to be there. But, I mean, look, you have the game 1 feeling out process where you don't expect the pace to be there necessarily. You have 2 elite defense, and I mean elite. You know, you saw game 7. You saw what the Heat did to Philly. These are real defenses. There's nothing fraudulent about the stats, but the Celtics, number 1 in defensive scoring, number 1 in defensive field goal percentage, number 1 in 3-point defense. Remember, Milwaukee was the 3rd highest scoring team in the league, and Boston shut them down. Miami, 4th fewest points in the NBA allowed, number 2 in 3-point percentage, number 2 in defensive rebounding. Miami's given up less than 100 6 times their last 8 games. Shut down Philly as well. Unders cashed 9 times in Miami's last 11 overall. And when you look at the matchups here, where are these 2 squads going to struggle? Miami's great when they get out and run in transition. You put Miami against a good half-court defense, and that offense is hit or miss at best. And they're placing a good half-court defense here. You look at Boston. They're great when they get out and run in transition. You look at Boston offensively in tight games down the stretch, it's iffy, you know? So you put all these factors together. And there's one more thing to consider, all right? That's the transition, all right? When teams are good at transition defense, or teams like we're not going to allow the opponents to fast break, it means you're dropping an extra defender back and you're crashing the offensive glass less. This is one of these series where both teams are going to drop guys back and neither team's going to crash the offensive glass, which means you're not going to get a ton of easy second chance putbacks. And from a possession by possession standpoint, they're going to be walking up the floor, not running up the floor. Under tonight, under the whole series, Miami, Boston, likely to be a relatively low scoring affair.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Teddy. Nothing for me on the total, guys. I'm glad Teddy's bringing a total look here. Like I said, total 204. They letting you know the guys. The Heat probably have the better. They probably have the best defensive team over remaining out of these last 4 teams, guys. This Heat defense is absolutely stifling. My guy in the chat, they said, "Would you like first quarter?" I couldn't talk. This should be a trifecta spot for the Heat. I can't tell anybody how to bet, but this should be a trifecta spot. You know what I see happening? I see them. So for one, defense is all about energy. It's all about your passion to want to stand in front of the other guy. It's simple. The Heat are the more rested team here, obviously. Now the Celtics, they're coming off 2 game 7s. They're game 6 and game 7. I know they were blowout spots, and I believe that was their 3rd time facing the Bucks in the playoff series as well. So they finally got over that hump, and you get a little bit. I mean, they probably didn't go out and party or whatever, but who knows? They may have only one day in between to get over that emotional. This is a huge emotional and physical letdown for these guys mentally as well. Like I say, you just went through that tough series, grueling series. The Bucks defense was totally different from the from the Heats as well. Celtics got a ton of 3-point open looks. It's just make or miss. All you have to do is make your shots. You couldn't get to the rim. Now it's probably better off for the Celtics to try to get to the rim. They won't be able to get as many 3-point looks like that. People are asking who's going to guard Brown and Tatum. You got PJ Tucker and Jimmy Butler. It's going to be all over those guys. I can tell you Tucker's probably picking up full court the whole game here. So I agree with you, Teddy. This game is all about defense. It's either Celtics and over, or it'll be Heat and under here. I expect them to lean on their defense here. Like I say, much more rested team. They're the underdog for the series, but they're the favorite here for game 1 for a reason. The Heat will win this game by double digits. Marco, what did you think about Teddy's thoughts with the total there?
No, I agree with it, and I think that it's a correlated parlay as far as if you like Miami in an under situation. And you might be looking at player props as well if you want to look at some of the Boston key guys, looking at unders with player props. I'm not a big guy on player props, like you are, but there's going to be some spots here. I think, you can find that. And of course, first halves, we know that, games have, you see it shaded with the line whenever they set the first half total versus the full game total. Because you don't have to deal with the fouling at the end of the game. If it's, a game within reach and they keep fouling, you can get those cheap 10 points at the end of a game and send one over. I know I don't want to bring up any bad memories, but, we saw a game on Sunday that had no business of going over and, got there just because nobody played defense in the final quarter. I mean, I think it was 70 some points in the fourth quarter of a blowout game. That's, just ridiculous. But yeah, you look at first half, it's going to be a true game. You'll get that intense effort from Miami. The crowd's going to be crazy. Game one at home, it's Miami and under correlated.
And Jay, I'm going to talk because I'm not going to be on the show later in the week, but I want to talk about game two of this series as it relates to game one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If Miami loses game one, all right, you see the teams that finish the 7-game series, and if they carry that momentum forward and win game one, Boston's going to exhale, and the Heat, I'm going to play the Heat large in game two. That's going to be likely to be a big ticket for me. If Miami loses, because I don't see the Celtics going down there and winning two. Okay.
Sorry, Teddy. This is the game that the Heat wins. Game two is the Celtics game. This is the game where the Celtics I know they lost last game one. They could want to come out here hot, but it's an emotional letdown here. And teams coming off of game seven, when the game one of the next series, they're 32-49 historically, straight up in that game one. So I'd like to know the stats, especially when the other team is much more rested as well. This is the spot for the Heat. If they want to come out here and jump ahead, that's why I'm not playing. The Celtics are going to win this series as well, but I'm not playing the series price. It's at -170 now. If I think they're going to lose game one, which I do think they are, then we get that plus price after game one, and then we're on Celtics large in game two. But I like how you're Teddy. We got to kind of have to forecast how things are. But yeah, whoever loses this game one, which would be the Celtics, we want to hop on them because. And another thing I want to talk about as well, we can't forget they have a rookie head coach, and it usually takes things a little time for him to figure things out as well. Spoelstra is probably one of the better coaches in the league as well. He really could be coach of the year candidate basically every year. So I expect Spoelstra to be more ready for this game and have his team more ready as well. And the Celtics, this is the exhale game. They'll probably get smacked up pretty bad in this game one. And the Celtics play a lot better when they're more motivated, when they come off the loss as well. Like, look at the Bucks series. When they come off the loss, they come out like, all right, they play a lot better when their backs are against the wall. I really sense something from this Celtics team, but for some reason, they play a lot better when off of a loss. And they'll come back in here in Miami and smack them game two. But that's how I'm looking at it, Teddy.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I like to see if Miami does what we think they're going to do tonight, I wouldn't argue conceptually with the game two being Boston, the playing game two being Boston. But if we're wrong, that's not going to talk me off the Heat for game two. I will look at the Miami side. That's been the way I'm going to look for game two. And that's all I wanted to say there. It's like, if I'm wrong and if you're wrong, which unfortunately does happen sometimes, it's not like I'm going to give up on Miami if they lose game one. I think that at least one of these two games for Boston will be an exhale game.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, Teddy. I really hope it's this first one, Marco. Any other thoughts on this game, my brother? Like I said, we could talk about the other game tomorrow, but we don't have to. It's up to you, Marco. If you wanted to say a few words about it, it's totally up to you. But yeah, Heat -1.5, Heat -2 for me. I'm on it.
Yeah, we talked before we came on air, Jay. This Golden State team, I look at them and sometimes it's like this team doesn't play with focus. And I go back to after they won by 30 points and they're coming back home. They're, I got Memphis +10. I think it closed at +9.5. And there's no Morant for Memphis. They're supposed, that was a game that I thought they were overpriced, an overreaction to the injury. And Memphis led that game until, inside the 5-minute mark. It was a furious final 5 minutes at Golden State come back. When Golden State won that game and Memphis put up such a gallant effort without their superstar and then had it slip away, that was, they're supposed to roll over and play dead Memphis. They didn't. They came back home and embarrassed Golden State. And that was just, that's not supposed to happen. And I look at the way Golden State is being priced in this series. They're being priced like this is Golden State from the dynasty years, for series price. Dallas is playing good basketball, and they're not getting any respect. And I know you like me saying that, Jay, but this is a team that right now, to me, is playing good team basketball. Luka's getting all of his points. There's no question about that. You're not stopping him, but they're getting other guys involved when they need it. And you want to talk about, how the Heat play defense. Dallas is playing some really good defense right now. I'm going to be finding some spots to look for the Dallas Mavericks in this Western Conference Finals.
Teddy, any quick? You don't have to give anybody some quick insight, future insight, but if you'd like to, Teddy, any thoughts on this game? Do you think this is Warriors of 2015, or what are we doing here, Teddy? They're being priced like it.
No, they're not. They're minus 220 against a team with one player.
They're the favorite to win the championship.
Like the Warriors in 2015 were minus 800 against a team like Dallas. Okay,
I'm just saying they're favorite to win they're the favorite to win the finals over the rest of these 14. I don't think they're better than either one of them.
They're favored to win the finals because they're a bigger favorite over Dallas than Boston is against Miami. And that's the only reason they're favored to win the finals right now. It's a liability question, and it's the pricing out the 4 series. And Golden State's the most likely team to be there based on the math, based on the pricing, which is why they're favored for the finals. It has nothing to do. The bookmakers aren't trying to tell you they think Golden State's going to win. They're balancing their liability and they're pricing the series. So there's no, that's not like the book's telling you. This is where Golden State misses Gary Payton. Who do the Warriors have to stick in front of Luka? Nobody. They had Payton. Now they got nobody. And that makes Dallas live. That being said, the league wants one more shot of the Warriors, and Dallas is still a one-man team, and Dallas doesn't have the second superstar. I know they have a bunch of role players, but Dallas, if you ask a casual NBA fan, they'll tell you Luka, and they won't be able to name another player on the Mavs. They don't have that second star, and that means they're not getting to the finals.
Teddy, just because the name doesn't mean anything. What happened to the 2011 team? They didn't have a lot of big name players. They had guys like fucking Deshaun Stevenson that nobody knew about, but guess what? They were big. They played defense. They were playing collectively. They're playing for each other, the most locked in team at that moment, and that's why they went there and beat the Heat, my guys. We will see a Mavericks versus Celtics finals. Well, not just guaranteed, but I really think this Warriors team is overrated. I've been saying it all year, and games the Mavericks already won 2 out of the 3 series in the regular season. It doesn't mean a ton. They lost one, the game got blown out. They still had fucking bum ass Porzingis over there. But regardless, man, I sense something different from this team. Nothing's guaranteed. But Warriors, you can't be going to get out there losing by 50 or 60 points to the Grizzlies. It should never happen. I don't care who's coaching out there. The players on the floor should never let that happen. It was an absolute no-show. I don't see them being a championship style team. I know it looks sexy. Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. There are players that everyone knows. I believe that's why they're going to lose, and everybody's betting on them thinking shit's going to be easy. I said whoever wins the Mavs and Suns series is going to the finals, guys. I thought that it was going to be the Suns. They had the better perimeter defense in the league, but you see the Mavs get past them. The Warriors don't have near the defense that the Suns have, if you ask me. Better offense. You got to contain Curry. Klay Thompson is a shell of himself. Draymond Green is also a shell of himself as well. You said it. Who's going to guard Luka? Brunson. When Brunson and Dinwiddie get going, watch out. Finney-Smith and Bullock are locked down the defenders, and Maxi Kleber as well, and he's hitting threes. Watch out, man. I sense something different from this Mav team, and coach and Kid knows how to coach this team as well. He may or may not have been the point guard on that 2011 team as well. So it's kind of crazy, but I sense something with this Mav team and the way that they smacked up the Suns in Game 7. I don't know, man. I don't think they should be that big of underdog. It was at plus 215. It's down in the plus 190s now, Marco. It's something I'm gonna say.
Hey, I'm here with you. I think they're live, and me and Teddy will disagree a little.
Fired up.
Hey, I like it, my guys. Teddy, anything else on this or anything else on today's card, man? We're going to talk about some shirt.
No. Today I like a favorite and under. Tomorrow, I haven't made a bet yet for tomorrow. I don't know that I will. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might look over. I really might look at game 1 over, and because I've got a lot of concerns about how Golden State's going to stop Luka, but I want Mavs games under in Dallas. I don't know that I want them under in Golden State.
That's a good point, man. I can't wait to do the show tomorrow. We're just forecasting. Teddy won't be on the show tomorrow, or Mark. I mean, unless they want to, they can come on. But we'll have Kelly and Ski tomorrow on the show to talk. And Ski acts like he wants to be a Warriors fan now, so I can't wait to do tomorrow's show. But for today, we're liking. So let's talk about some shirts real quick, man. All type of shirts, plenty of shirts. I got the logo. Got the logo shirt on now, man. But Jay and Shark shirt, Smack City, us against the bookies. Let's get some cash. Go check them out on the website, jmoneyismoney.com. I appreciate everybody for supporting the movement, man. It's free picks every day. So if you can, go get a shirt one time for the one time, man. But all type of plenty of great promo codes for my guy Teddy here, for Marco, everybody over there at the site. Go check us out. And it's $2 Tuesday as well. As always, when Teddy comes on, have a $2 play over there at Wager Talk, and also the 3 plays for $5 over there at Sports Memo, my guys. Go check us out.
How would you like to bet right alongside your favorite Wager Talk or Sports Memo handicapper for the next 40 days for under $5 per day? Well, we have you covered. A 30-day all-access pass is priced at $2.99, but for a limited time, not only are we discounting the price by $100, but adding on 10 more days of picks for free. So outside of the $100 discount, we are tossing in a free 3-day all-access, a $39 value, and a free 7-day all-access, a $99 value for a combined savings of $238. So to recap, for the next 40 days, you will get all plays across all sports from your favorite Wager Talk or Sports Memo handicapper played during your access, including 5% best bets for under $5 per day. Have an existing all-access pass? No worries, as your 40 days will not begin until your current package expires.
Man, it's a damn good deal, guys, especially for all sports, baseball, soccer, hockey, NFL, everything, Marco. Marco does horses as well. But Marco, what you got going over there at Wager Talk, my brother, and then kick it over to Teddy.
We've been killing it in hockey as well this year, in 19-9 for the NBA playoffs. I'm a more selective type player. I don't put out a lot of plays. We try to find quality instead of quantity, and it's Preakness week, so if you jump on board, you're going to pick up my Saturday Preakness selections as well in a package. So check out the deal we got going, or you can always grab a 7-day if you just want to make a weekly commitment, and let's just keep the winning going.
Marco, what you like on today's card?
Today's card, so far I have a play up. Obviously, if you watch the show, you know who I got in the NBA, but I also got a game 1 in hockey tonight. And I haven't finalized my baseball card yet. We'll be doing that here in the next hour. So there'll be some baseball plays as well over going back to the start of last season. Number 1 in baseball in winning percentage, number 2 in money won baseball over the last 2 years. So you can check that out at Wager Talk as well.
What are we doing, Teddy?
Yeah, the NBA's been running good. I told you guys at the top, 51-23. Since February, 30-16, 66% with the last 46 overall. It's been a 97-60 all sports run, and I've more than doubled my clients' bankroll since February. So it's been pretty good. I'm locked and loaded with the game 1 winner. You already know who I like tonight, so skip that. But I have 1 baseball. Don't buy plays. If you want to get on board, get a package. Marco said it best: 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, all access pass is the way to go over at Wager Talk and or sportsmemo.com.
30-day all access pass. We're going to pay for it today, man, in one day. You see what I'm saying? Give me the Heat for me. -1.5. Did a show yesterday. -1.5. On -2 as well. I like it. I know it went back down. Smart's questionable here. I don't care. All the guys questionable for the Heat, they're going to play. I don't know why they're still doing this injury report manipulation, but nothing's guaranteed. But I am on the Heat today in game 1. I feel like this is one of their better chances to still win these games. They're not the better team, especially without them having Lowry 100% as well. But at least equally, the Celtics, this is the Excel game, if you ask me, and they're a little bit better. It seems like Udoka needs kind of one game for a filling out process. So I see the Celtics getting smacked up here. Then they'll likely come back in game 2 as the aggressors flip this series back and get some home court advantage, my guys. So Heat -1.5, -2, money line, whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with. Is Heat Nation. We're going to be dancing in the streets of Miami tonight, my guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. That's our guy, Teddy Covers. Go follow him on Twitter at Teddy_Covers. Marco D'Angelo, go follow him on Twitter, Marco in Vegas. $2 Tuesday. Go check them out. Wager Talk, my brothers, or Sports Memo as well. And appreciate everybody for tuning in. We back tomorrow. Let's get some cash.